Hi student, good morning. In my previous class, I have promised you that next day I will start you literature. So I am ready here, student. Chapter number 2, you can say here entitled with The Daffodils. The poem is composed by William Wordsworth. Whether student explanation is given in your book, but I thought that something in easier way. I have to make you to enjoy the poem lively. So student here something in short only about the author. William Wordsworth, he is known as the poet of nature in English literature as Sumitranandar Pant or another poet also or in our Hindi literature. Okay, in the same way here something specific about the writer. William Wordsworth was an English romantic poet who with Samuel Taylor Coleridge helped to launch the Romantic age in English literature with the joint publication Lyrical Ballads. Lyrical ballads means a type of song which could be sung easily. He was born on 7th April 1770, Cockermouth, United Kingdom, and got heaven on 23rd April 1850, Riddle Mount and Gardens, Riddle, UK. His spouse was Mary Hutchinson. Wordsworth got married with her in 1802 and led a happy life till 1850 with her. Wordsworth got his education Hawkshead Grammar School and further he studied in University of Cambridge. He had three babies: Dora Wordsworth, Caroline Vallon, and Amy Caroline Wordsworth. Student, now let's focus here in the poem which is composed by William Wordsworth. You have to learn the name of the writer and about it what I have given you in short. You can write in your fair copy also. Student, here in the poem which is given, I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I means writer William Wordsworth and cloud. Cloud both are compared here. Both are compared here. What is compared? Their motion, their wandering, their moving. Okay, and as word is used here, that's why here simile figures of speech is used. Motion of the writer and the poet, and the cloud is compared here because comparison is done. That's why here simile figures of speech in Hindi you can say upama alankar. So let's move now. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Writer is saying that I was wandering, I was moving here and there in the imagination like a cloud in the sky. As cloud they float in the sky, in the same way I was also dipped in imagination, and that floats on high over vales and hills. Student, you have also seen the cloud. They used to float over the fields, over the oceans, over the valleys, hills, gardens, park, everywhere in the sky you can see lively. In the same way, writer is saying that Poet is here expressing his feeling that I was also in imagination. I was enjoying. I was floating in imagination as cloud in the sky. When all at once I saw a crowd. Meanwhile, when writer was in imagination, he was floating like the cloud he saw. Crowd is a collective noun. Student, crowd is a collective noun. Bucket may be written here, but because this is poem, grammar rule we cannot follow here. So I saw a crowd, a host. Host is opposite of guest. Why writer has here demonstrated as host? Because the flower of daffodils of golden color, they are permanent. They are hosting. That's why. Now let's move for the sense. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Daffodils, a type of flower mostly which is found in European countries of yellowish color. They are found there, especially in UK. So writer is saying that I found that as if of golden colored daffodils, they were hosting there. They were waiting for their guest like me, like cloud. They are hosting there. And what's the color of the daffodils? Of golden color. So a host of golden daffodils beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Beside the lake means by the side of the lake, under the trees, they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Breeze is when the wind blows, cool and full of fragrant. That is breeze. Air, cool air when it blows with fragrance. That is, but slowly, that is breeze. So student, they were moving slightly, slowly, as if, according to writer, as if the group of daffodils, they were enjoying, they were dancing due to pleasant breeze. And everywhere daffodils flower were bloomed. Under the trees, by the side of the lake, in the open field, which is not given in the poem, in imagination. Sense of imagination is here. Student, rhyming words here. I had to tell you rhyming scheme, but that is not at your level. That will not be good. That will be enough for you. So I won't try that, but I am here going to tell you rhyming words. In Hindi you say tukant. Cloud rhymes with crowd. Means their pronunciation sound is matching. Cloud with crowd. Hills with daffodils. Trees, breeze. Word trees is rhymes with breeze. So these are the rhyming words, and rhyming scheme is used here AB, AB. Student, I won't have time or not. This is proper time to explain you about the rhyming scheme. But in short, you have to know AB, AB rhyming scheme is used. Now, second number para student. Sorry, stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine. Who is continuous? The group, the line, horizontal line of the daffodils, like the stars that shine, as the stars shine in the sky, in the same way daffodils Group of daffodils in horizontal line could be seen everywhere. As, so as. If the words are used in the poem in the stanza, they are called. These are the features of simile figures of speech. So here student, simile figures of speech is used. I would like to write here simile. SIMILE, simile. In Hindi you can say upma alankar. So continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. Student, at night you have seen Milky Way. In SST you have studied in geography. In the Milky Way, lots of thousands of stars, uncountable stars are there, could be seen twinkling. In the same way, daffodils flowers are, they are of golden color, they are twinkling there, they are looking so attractive and unlimited. Horizontally they could be seen like Milky Way. Here the line of the daffodils is compared with Milky Way, and the twinkling of the daffodils and stars, that is common and compared between the daffodils and the stars. That's why here simile figures of speech used. In next line, they stretched in never ending line, stretched in expanded form, everywhere, never ending line, unlimited. Writer is saying that I was not capable to see the end of the line where it will be over. Unlimited it could be seen the glimpse of goldish color everywhere of the daffodils' heads. Here writer is saying along the margin of bay. Bay is like Bay of Bengal. Bay, a tat you can say in Hindi. Bay of Bengal like. So here what is, do you know what is bay? Small channels of the sea. Small channels of the sea, they are bay. Coast of sea you can say like. Okay, so group of bay that make sea or channels, and lots of seas they make ocean. So bay is here given along the margin of a bay. Whether margin is, if you will find out synonym, that will be edge, 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 but here the sense bank, kinara in Hindi, along the margin of the bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance. 10,000. Is it possible, student, in reality? No. Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. So in this line I have written here spelling, you can see hyperbole. Hyperbolic statement is used here. So hyperbole figures of speech is here used. You can say in Hindi atishayokti alankar is used. 10,000 saw I at a glance. Tossing here, what 10,000 the writer had seen there? As if 10,000 heads of flowers of yellowish daffodil flower. So it's not possible in practical life. That's why this is hyperbole figures of speech. And what they were doing, all 10,000 flowers, what were they were doing? Tossing means moving here and there, their heads in sprightly dance, as if writer is imagining that if they were in place and they were dancing, their movement was, it could be seen to the writer as if they are dancing gaily. Now students, in next line, the waves beside them. Sprightly means joyous of mood. That is given in the book, that's why I am not explaining that. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in the glee. Waves for the both. Waves of the means moving of the daffodils and the real wave of the lake. Due to breeze, they were arising. So here the waves beside them for the flowers, group of flowers, group of daffodils. There were real waves were arising in the lake due to breeze, and as if they were also dancing, but the outdid the sparkling waves in glee. But the moving, the wave, the dancing of the flower, that was outstanding, sparkling, and full of joys, full of glee. It could be seemed to the writer William Wordsworth, to the author William Wordsworth. And in next line, Wordsworth is expressing that what a poet could get from the poem, from such a scenery of nature. A poet could not but be gay. Nothing special a poet could get from the scenery, such a scenery. Only he or she can get pleasure, happiness, not rupees, not money, in such a jocund company, such a joyful company. Company means group, collective noun. Company is company, collective noun. Who were in the company? William Wordsworth, the poet's imagination, daffodils, flowers, breeze, and waves of the lake. All these are of these companies. Writer was enjoying too much. He was getting gay only from them, not wealth. Okay. I gazed and gazed, you can see. I gazed and gazed. Gazed means stared, looked seriously, stared. You can see here, stared. Past participle form we have to use because gazed is given. I was looking carefully, so seriously, I was staring, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. I gazed and gazed. Seriously, I was seeing. In deep concentration to them, I was attracted by them due to their attractive nature. But what wealth I was getting? Nothing except joy, fun, happiness, gay, glee, pleasure. And now, last stanza, student. Before moving for the last stanza, one thing, in second stanza I have to tell you rhyming words. Here shine rhymes with line, way rhymes with bay, bay, glance rhymes with dance, they rhymes with gay. In third stanza I am telling glee rhymes with company, and thought rhymes with brought. Are in the same way, student. Now we are moving for the last stanza here. For oft when on my couch I lie. Writer is saying that oftenly, probably. Synonym you can write of oft, probably. probably. For oft when on my couch means that is a comfortable bed. Writer is saying that whenever I get the chance in free of mood and I lie down on my comfortable bed. In vacant time, in leisure time, vacant synonym if you have to write leisure, leisure. For vacant you can write leisure, leisure. In Hindi you can say avkas. So here William Wordsworth is saying that in vacant or in pensive mood, pensive means free of thought, free of mind. In relaxed mood, whenever I get the chance, I lie down my couch. They flash upon that inward eye. They for flowers, daffodils. They flash upon that inward eye. They usually comes the writer's mind in imagination, which is the bliss of solitude. The writer is saying that such an imagination, if it is coming in my mind, I feel too much happiness, joyous, whether I am in solitude, whether I am in alone on the bed. I enjoy too much of the glimpse of that attractive scenery of daffodils, lake, breeze, the nature. And then my heart with pleasure fills. Writer is saying that whenever I imagine it in free time on my couch, I get lots of pleasure from then. My heart is filled with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. As the daffodils, as if they were dancing when they were moving to and fro due to breeze, in the same way my heart was also dancing in and getting lots of joy, gay, pleasure, happiness, glee, and imagination. Now, student, in this way, your last stanza is also completed. I am going to tell you the rhyming word lie rhymes with I, mood rhymes with solitude, and fills rhymes with daffodils. Okay, here you can see mood, solitude, lie with I. Okay, so this is rhyming word. Student, you have to learn this poem one stanza per day, and on next turn I will try to make you to recite the poem. You have to learn that, you have to enjoy the poem well. Rhyming scheme I have told you, figures of speech I have told you, and next thing is that student, in my previous class only one thing which was left yesterday in chapter 2 grammar, exercise number K, statement number 4. His wife came to meet my fiancé. Answer you will write, her husband came to meet my fiancé. FIENCE only. That will be better in comparison of any other word. Yesterday I have told you sweetheart, but it will be better. FIENCE. So overall answer you will write, her husband came to meet my fiance. You have to improve that. Okay, thank you. May God bless you. Enjoy the study.